Hey guys, so real quick before we get into the episode, just a little thing that I wanted to throw out there. I was going to do this at the end of the episode, but it totally slipped everybody's mind, so I just figured I'd do it now, and then we can roll right into the funnies. So, I set up a GoFundMe campaign for Jovia. She needs an MRI, and she needs to go see a bunch of specialists to figure out what is going on with her shoulder, and her back, and her knee. So, if you want to support that cause, you can go ahead and go to gofundme.com/JoviasMRI. That's JOVIAS MRI. Should all be capitalized. And you can donate to the cause if you've got a few bucks lying around. Or if you can't donate, go ahead and share the link on Facebook, Twitter, any of your social media platforms. Any exposure whatsoever helps a lot. So, again, gofundme.com/JoviasMRI. Either go there and donate, check out the campaign, or please spread it around. And that's it. Thank you guys so very much. And now, into the episode.
It's a thing. It's mounted on the wall. You push the fucking button and it sprays lukewarm water into your mouth. We got all three of us in a room now, and you're not here to defend yourself. What up, bitch? Welcome to Thunderdome, motherfucker.
It's either not going to kill you or you won't know what happened.
Yeah,
so
like,
it's
one
fine.
or the other.
Hello and welcome to the Discount Podcast. It's a show that we make. It's three idiots on a couch.
That's a thing that happens sometimes.
We just talk.
That's still giving me too much credit, I'll be honest.
It's two idiots and a buffoon.
All right, that's...
There we go.
Does that work?
Now we're on track.
No.
I'm your host, Anton Wicklund. With me is Mike Larson.
Oh, hi.
I caught you off guard that time. And Jovi Faye.
What up?
Oh my god. We gotta start rotating our intros. Maybe one week he can say what up, and you can say something that involves the word dog.
Well, okay, just because we can't, like, rip off your favorite fucking thing all the time and come up with things off the cuff, I'm sorry.
It's called improv.
Clever.
You know what I mean? It's the basis of attempting to be funny.
I don't attempt to be funny. I just
if they could see me, they'd just be laughing already.
That's
so.
fair. Okay, if you're a returning listener, thanks for coming back. If you're a first-time listener, welcome.
We're sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry. We're going to apologize.
We have fun here.
All right, so let's... Okay, before we started, we have fun. We have fun. Lots of fun. It's a callback. You'll have to go back to last week's.
Yeah, you have to make them...
If you're a new listener, now you gotta go back. You're already behind on the end jokes.
Yeah, we're pulling you in. This is how we get you. It's like a fucking drug dealer. Like a pusher. The first is free, and then you gotta come back for the rest.
Yeah.
So before we were on the air, we were making fun of how much of a whore I am.
That you are.
Nobody's
ever paid him, so he's just a slut, really.
That's true. Because I lost my virginity at like 13, 14.
Where'd it go?
And I don't know.
I
don't know.
You just woke up like, oh shit, where the fuck? I had that.
I think my virginity and my dignity both just packed up and left one day. Yeah, they were just gone. So yeah, I'm a stanky bitch.
Oh, that was it?
Oh,
I thought you had, like, a story involved or something.
No, I mean, I could tell the story, but I don't know. I don't think my mom listens to it, but I don't really know if she wants to delve down that road.
Your mom
Like
has seen
or...
us, like, drunk and high, and your mom has seen a million things, and...
Well, okay,
so...
I mean, it's not an exciting story. The story is there was a chick that I was not dating. I can't remember. It was a long fucking time ago.
Exclusive. I can't even talk.
But it was, what happened in my room, and I had at the time in the house we were in was, I've showed you, like, I've described the layout to you before. We had, like, the living room, and then the hallway, and the front door was right there.
The layout is not important.
The layout is important. And then there was, like a dining room, but it wasn't completely closed off. Like, there was a styrofoam block in the one open door, and then, like, a fake door. And then I had sliding doors that went into the walls. But it was in that room, on a sleeping bag, very uneventful. The layout is important because outside that fake door with the styrofoam that led to the hallway was, like, I'm not even fucking joking. It was one of those folding closet doors wedged in there, and then behind that was just a tall block of styrofoam to like create the illusion of a wall. But outside of
He
that,
lived in Looney Tunes.
yeah, basically,
Wow.
I lived
This
in,
explains the entire premise. So
I lived in one of Wile E. Coyote's ill-advised acme schemes. And then, outside that one door, I use that lightly, was the hallway, and then like 3 feet away from that was the front door. The layout is important because outside of that front door, keep in mind the door is open, the big door. The glass door is closed, but they were painting the house. So I was like, 10 feet away. I was a ballsy little fuck.
I get it.
Yeah.
You've never stopped being a ballsy little fuck.
This is true. This is very true. So now that everybody...
Emphasis on little fuck, but
Everybody knows now I'm a pretty big fuck. In the many senses of the word. But now that everybody knows that story about how I fucking lost my virginity, how was your week?
It was
Anybody,
a week.
not everybody at once, please. Dear God, don't all chime in at once.
Well, you said no.
Did work training. Got trained by a guy who somehow has spent 5 years training people and has no professionalism about it, but it's my favorite thing.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah,
so
like I hate people who are like super uptight and they're like, "Oh my god, this place is the best," and instead he's like, "The job's all right. Like it works. It pays money."
Like
I
he's
don't know.
realistic. He's
Yeah,
not just
like, he's
it's
like-
the greatest.
Yeah, he's like, it's no, what's cool about it? I will never call you in on your day off. And I manage a GameStop, and I'm just saying, once you clock out, this place doesn't exist in your mind, and that's kind of the fucking sweetest. So at least we got that going for us. And like, if you call in, you don't have to. Oh my god, you better cover your shift. You just call in. You don't even have to give a reason. You just call up. And you're like, yo, I ain't coming in, and they're like, cool. And then you go back to bed, and that's pretty nice.
So today's a hard pass for me. Sorry.
Yeah, like,
Today's a big no for me, dog.
yeah, like they don't. I was like, you know what? That's the kind of honesty I crave from people who are training you at a workplace. Unlike being trained at like food service, and they're like, this place is the best. You have so many great opportunities, and like what to become the general manager of a fast food store? Like,
Opportunities.
yeah,
To
one day
wanna
you might
die,
completely
burn
waste your
yourself.
life here. Do you want to smell like food forever, burn yourself, and be stuck around an ever-evolving loop of 15-year-olds to 18-year-olds? Because that's going to be your life.
I mean, the thing, that specific point of it, like being able to leave the job and not have to fucking worry about it at all.
I'm not
that's
even
kind
allowed
of
to talk
fucking
about
best.
it. There's completely confidentiality. I can't talk about shit from work.
Well, you're
except
talking about
for-
it right now.
Well, you know what I mean. God damn it.
No specifics, gotcha.
Yeah.
The names
can't
and
talk
names
about-
and identities have been changed. To
Yeah,
protect
and
the
well,
innocent.
no, even when we're
Well-
like at work, we can't talk about clients by gender.
Oh, really? It goes
Yeah.
that deep?
Oh yeah,
You just literally got to be like client, huh?
yeah, client and doc.
Agent 47.
It's like government subcontracted technically. So
Wow. Let's hope they never start listening. Get big enough for them to be like, I know these. This is fired. Fired.
And I can like
Just-
say that we say that. That's fine. I just can't like specify any of the like equipment or programming or anybody I talk to. Or mostly it's about the like content of conversation.
Right. Kind of like
That
Dr.
makes
Page
perfect sense.
confidentiality.
Yeah, like I hear credit card numbers and shit and social security and shit like that. So they're
Yeah.
like, if you dare say a goddamn thing outside of I work here, and sometimes I have coworkers, I can talk about them.
Sometimes I have coworkers, not all the time. It's just her.
Other times it's a dark room. They don't give me food. I don't understand.
They put me in there with a telephone and a big bowl of cold ramen, and I am completely confused as to what the fuck is going on at any point in time.
They should have a really sweet break room, though. I was
Yeah.
telling you
Oh,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's like 4 huge coolers.
Can you
full
talk
of,
about
like,
this?
Yes, that I can talk about.
Do
Full of, like,
you can't
drinks
divulge
and
the
fucking-
cooler's identities?
No,
That's-
no, I can't tell you
The
what
names and
brand.
identities of the coolers have been changed to protect the innocent.
But yeah, it's like a whole fucking wall of coolers with energy drinks and coffees and fucking sandwiches, and another
What
one
kind
that's
of
all like
energy drinks?
breakfast sandwiches, like literally every brand.
Oh.
And a whole wall of various snack bags
Yeah,
and
well,
chips
we got a
and
sink
shit.
with tap water.
Fuck at the height of luxury. Living it up.
Like an ice machine and fucking one of those fancy bubblers with the thing where you push your water bottle in front of it and gives you water.
Oh yeah, they have one of those at the hospital
They're,
too.
they're neat. I like those. And also,
They count
anyone
how
not
many-
from Wisconsin,
Counts
it's
how
a
many
it's a
bottles of water
bubbler.
you saved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, this machine has saved 12,693, 12,963.
12,600.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
It's a number.
12,
Fuck you.
That was the number I actually saw. It was 12,963 yesterday.
Were you about to explain what a bubbler was for anybody that doesn't
Yeah,
live in the
anybody
state?
from not from Wisconsin, it's not a water
Look it
fountain.
up.
That's the big thing in courtyards, so fuck you.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah,
whole explanation.
Bubblers are drinking fountains, and they're all referred to as bubblers.
Yeah.
Which is funny because they're
Fight
not.
me.
It was just the first brand.
It was, it's a brand that's also prevalent, I think, parts of the East Coast. I know Rhode Island, but I can't imagine only Wisconsin and Rhode Island got that brand.
Only people from Rhode Island traveled here, and they're like, we're good. This is where we're
No,
gonna
they
go.
had that brand too, like back when it started, which that's why I said there's got to be other places, but it's the only other state outside of Wisconsin. I think some people in Arizona know it, but that also could be from so many people from Wisconsin moving to Arizona over the
Fucking
years.
Poland.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So yeah. So if
Fucking snowbirds.
if for whatever reason you're ever in Wisconsin, don't ask for a water fountain or a drinking fountain.
We will laugh at you, and then we'll point you towards the bubbler, and we will make sure to say bubbler when we point you towards it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, the bubbler's over there by the entrance. We have no reason to point out that we're using that word. But also, inversely, if you're from Wisconsin and haven't left, don't ask for the bubbler elsewhere, because they think you're talking about a bong, and they will be very fucking confused, because I've done that.
Very real. Along with when I moved to Florida, along with learning that cheese curds don't exist.
Yeah,
really
other people don't
there
fry
at
cheese
all.
curds, much less know what a cheese curd is. You just sound like a crazy person.
But I had asked for cheese curds. They told me they didn't know what it was, and I felt betrayed. And then I went to school and was thirsty. And I was like, "Where's the bubbler?" And they were like, "The what?" And I'm like, "The bubbler." And they're like, "I don't understand."
English
And
motherfuckers,
I'm like,
dude.
"It's a thing. It's mounted on the wall. You push the fucking button and it sprays lukewarm water into your mouth." Well, I don't understand.
If
What
you
do
wait 5 seconds, it's
It's
a little
almost
colder.
slightly colder.
like that thing, and they're like, "Oh, the drinking fountain. Yeah, that's the water fountain or whatever." Like, yeah, it's over there. And I'm like, "Why? It's bubbler.
If
It's a bubbler." But I think that's kind of like water fountain is to bubbler as like soda is to pop.
Yeah, well, it's pretty interchangeable in Wisconsin, though.
I go back and forth with Tyler all the time
sometimes
because
I
he,
say
he lives
soda
in
pop.
Minnesota, so he calls it pop. And
I only say pop
I make fun of
ironically.
him.
Yeah, just to make fun of people that do it. Like,
I
hopefully you
know-
ask somebody that uses it seriously.
Not like I don't
Oh
say
no,
dumb shit
like
all the
a
time.
lot of people from Illinois are like, it's pop,
Yes.
fuck you, and I'm
Yes.
like, how about we just don't argue about these fizzy drinks?
But it's
How
important.
about this shit doesn't? No, okay, fair enough.
It's important. You
It's
need to
one of
argue
those things
about-
that are just,
about
like
minuscule
GIF
things.
versus GIF, because fuck you, Steve, it's a GIF.
Ah, call back. Here we go. What up, Steve? We got all three of us in a room now, and you're not here to defend yourself. What up, bitch? Welcome to Thunderdome, motherfucker.
No, I'm gonna have that fight forever though.
GIF and GIF.
Oh, it's GIF,
There's
and
no-
the
see-
other one is peanut butter.
The greatest, the greatest thing about the GIF versus GIF argument is that it was settled in one fell swoop with a GIF of the dude explaining that it's GIF.
Graphic interchange format.
It's not a
Good.
Jimmy Pidge. I'm gonna go home and watch the hit film Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not a fucking. It's
Yeah,
not. It's not
just-
a J.
No, it's not a fucking J. There's just no reason it should be a J.
Super easy. Super fucking easy, and nobody can fucking get it. Much like using a blinker. It's just right there in front of you.
right
It's
there.
super easy, and nobody can fucking understand it, and I don't understand that. You know what else? Alright, that's a good segue. You know what else I don't understand? Daryl asked me to bring this up. Pinball Daryl?
Yeah.
Wants to know why the fuck was Taco Bell voted the best Mexican food in the U.S.
Okay, first of all,
Because white people
nobody
don't know what
asked
Mexican
me.
food is.
Right.
It's
I
one
was
of
not
those
a part of this. Were you
where
part of the
I'm
conversation?
like, yeah, well, it's one of those where I'm
This
like,
is
well,
the
who
first
did
I'm
they
hearing of
ask?
it.
Did they ask 10,000 Taco
You
Bell
haven't heard about
employees?
this yet?
No.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
some
yeah.
survey. Taco Bell was voted like the best Mexican restaurant
of the
in,
year
in America.
There's like 3 things wrong with that statement. 'Cause
Go
it's,
for it.
It's not Mexican food.
Right.
It's
It's
not
not
a
a
restaurant.
restaurant.
Right.
And America sucks.
I mean, that was kind of a cop-out last one, but yeah, that's
I
that's
think
also true.
the only thing I can think that would make any sense
North
as to,
America.
as to how that could fucking happen is because it's the most widely accessible.
there's no
and I'm gonna say this loosely
chains.
with the quotes: Mexican food. It's available to everybody. I mean, you got
Well,
like what Del
Mexican
Taco,
style
Taco
Fiesta.
John's,
Well,
and-
I was gonna say the other problem is like a lot of places are very regional, and also the only other places you can vote for are small one-off restaurants. So it's not going to get, if the best fucking Mexican food in the Midwest is somewhere
Most
in
authentic,
Milwaukee.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's like
What's that
somewhere in
one?
the ghetto of
Bel
Milwaukee.
Air.
There's
and
no which one?
Bel
Bel
Air.
Air.
No, there's one.
Because that place is good.
There's one downtown. It's real close to Walker's Pint, and I cannot think of the fucking name of it, but
Not a
it's
clue.
got amazing fucking food.
I mean, Bel Air
Burritos
is
the
good.
size of your fucking head.
Yeah.
That's why I just thought it was Bel Air too.
I was gonna say
It's
that's
not Bel Air. I don't know.
No.
Maybe it'll come to me come to me later.
Like
but...
5 minutes after the podcast.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Or tomorrow
Bonus
morning.
quesadilla. The name of that place was blank.
5 seconds. All right, here you go.
All right, enjoy your night, everybody. Bye. We out of here.
You're welcome. $5.
But yeah, I gotta think that's the only.
Yeah, like everything else is it's one-off restaurants. The only like major Mexican chain I can think of was Chi-Chi's, and that's long dead and gone. So
Are they officially all out? Because the brand is still around. I
no,
still see the trucks
brand
driving
is still
around.
like the brand's still around. Well, the truck delivers the fucking grocery store shit. Is my
just the
assumption.
prepackaged fucking
Yeah,
Chi-Chi's
because you can
chips
buy
and shit.
Chi-Chi's chips in a bag for some reason. Like Chi-Chi's was like, well, the restaurants went under, but we still have a lot of tortilla chips laying around. They gotta go somewhere.
Okay.
Are you looking that up to see?
I am literally just like mapsing Chi-Chi's to see if one exists
Because
anywhere.
I gotta believe there's gotta be at least one or two still around. Like, where the fuck? We went somewhere.
Well, they could have been.
We were going somewhere and I saw fucking Ponderosa and my head almost exploded. It was like, there's still Ponderosas around? Jesus Christ. I've never been to one. I remember.
They're lackluster at best.
So where would they, like, rate on, like a Texas Roadhouse? You got Texas Roadhouse, you got Outback, and you got, like, Ponderosa. Where
I feel like it's the middleman.
it's not.
I think
great,
it's
but
about
not
the same.
terrible. So where do the other two go? Does
What?
Outback? I feel like Outback would go up top.
Outback is terrible.
Where did we go with Sturv?
That was
Outback?
Texas Roadhouse.
Was it Texas Roadhouse?
I think. Yeah.
I've only
Texas
been to two of
Roadhouse
those.
I'd put at the top.
Well, no, because Texas
And
Roadhouse
then Ponderosa and Outback I'd put
Like
somewhere
fight for
around
you?
Taco Bell.
They fight each other.
Yeah, you might as well just get Taco Bell steak.
Well, Texas Roadhouse is the one that allows you to fucking. it's the one where they don't clean the floor and they allow you to throw peanuts all over the place, right?
No.
A baseball
I
park?
think that's Texas
I don't
Roadhouse.
fucking know. I don't know. I also
I think.
don't care.
Yeah, I think you're
And
right.
also, no, there's no Chi-Chi's.
No Chi-Chi's
Well,
at
cancel-
all.
cancel
Like, I
life.
have the worldwide map open. There is no Chi-Chi's. I can try with a space between the cheese.
That's fucking.
I will say, in regards to Ponderosa, that's the only cubed ham I ever ate in my life and didn't want to die.
Cubed ham.
Yeah, like
just
the
literal-
little diced things. Yeah,
What was it in, or was it just that was?
It was like an option in the buffet line.
Oh, Ponderosa is like a
Yeah.
buffet style thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
You
sorry, I
haven't
forgot
been,
you
sorry.
said that you'd never been there. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
forgot
that's,
too. I was like, how does he know
that's
that?
yeah, that
so
was
kind of like a golden corral.
basically
if you
is
will.
Kind of,
It's
yeah.
smaller.
It's
Smaller
a
and more
steakhouse.
depressing.
Yeah.
Can anything really be more depressing than Golden Corral? It's pretty fucking
Have you
depressing.
tried?
Ponderosa? No.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ponderosa's pretty fucking. It's up there, man.
Do you guys remember?
It's like walking in and like it's like Pizza Hut when I worked there before it got remodeled. You'd walk in and everything was sticky and you could just feel it the second you walk through the door. That's every Ponderosa. You walk
Every
in and
step
you
you
just
take is
know.
like-
Yeah, you just know that every surface is sticky.
Even like right after they mopped it, you
Yeah.
still get the.
Right.
Yeah, like the second
What
the
the fuck?
fucking cleaning liquid dries, you're
It's
like,
what
why
did you
am I
clean
stuck
this
to the
with?
floor?
Syrup? Like what the fuck?
Do you guys remember?
No.
You've lived in Wisconsin your whole life,
Yes.
and you moved to Chicago or whatever.
Yeah,
for the most
Ah,
part.
loser.
6 years.
Do you guys remember
Yeah.
Old Country Buffet?
It's still a thing.
It's still around.
It's still around.
Yeah, there's
No
one
shit.
in Milwaukee, and also there's exactly
in
one
Brookfield, right?
Chi-Chi's.
Is there still one in Brookfield or no?
Yeah, there's still one in
Okay.
Brookfield.
Fuck, we gotta go. I gotta go.
Well,
To the one
let's go.
Chi-Chi's or Gold?
No, to the Old Country Buffet. I remember they had some. I mean, for a buffet, I remember they had some bitchin' mac and cheese and the best chocolate milk on the planet. That's
I
what
went
remember.
with two like really really big fat guys, and they told me I couldn't leave without eating 6 plates, and that's all I remember about the last time I went.
That's like ceramic plates? 'Cause that's fucked up.
Yeah, like I could. After a while, I would just like sit down.
You have to eat 6 plates. You clear 6
actual
plates, and
plates.
then they're like, "Okay, good for you and your appetizer. Now eat the plates." I don't understand what you didn't
I'm
get.
confused. There's one Chi-Chi's, but it is definitely not a Chi-Chi's. It's like a fucking
Like they didn't take the sign away, so it
yeah.
still shows up.
It's just like a supper club. There's
I don't even know what a supper club is.
oh shit, that's another Wisconsin thing.
God.
Fuck.
I know it's a decent beer, but I don't.
No, a supper club is a type of restaurant. It's
It sounds like something you have to have a membership to. Is that?
it might have been at some point. It's where you serve like classic Midwestern dinner shit.
That's such
It's
a
basically it never left the 70s. Like it's steak and
They
French
got,
onion
like,
soup and
the
like,
orange, yellow, and white couches.
Wait, when we went to House on the Rock,
That's what we went to a
that
supper
was a
club.
supper club.
That was a supper club.
Okay.
Like I don't know, like there you've been to one if you can remember the decor and the general attitude and the fact that like they had 4 different versions of old fashions, but really it was just really picky Midwesterners having their own versions of fucking old fashions, so they just had them there.
See, I remember when I was a kid, the Old Country Buffet being very close to Discovery Zone. I might be remembering that completely wrong, but
You are remembering that completely wrong.
because Discovery Zone was in Brown Deer, right?
Oh, you mean proximity-wise?
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
what? Like, as a place, there wasn't anything to play with?
No, proximity-wise.
Yeah.
Am I off on that?
I don't remember.
It's been so long.
That one's not there anymore.
The-
Oh, no, there was an Old Country Buffet, because they were both on Brown Deer.
Yeah, okay, so they were
Yeah.
very close to each
Yeah,
other.
it was across
Okay.
the street, but now there's
Fuck, I missed
a
Discovery
plasma
Zone.
donation center because
I
it's
only
Brown Deer.
got to go once because I got everything stuck in the conveyor slide, and my parents were like, "No, you're
God,
fucking
I missed
done."
that place so
I got my
much.
fingers stuck in that slide trying to climb back up, despite the fact that there was a recording that said, "No, no, no, not that way."
There-
Trying to
But
remember.
I'm 7, so what the fuck does that
So,
mean?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
So I'm gonna climb up this rolly bar
Oh,
slide.
excuse me. Sorry, I'm 7, so frick you. But yeah, for those that don't know, Discovery Zone, I think it was only here, right? We had the only one.
Probably.
I don't know.
But it was kind
I
of like
was trying to look up the history of supper clubs, one thing at a time, man.
You can go for it.
Well,
We can come back
we're
to it.
fucking rolling.
Yeah, I
So
know.
this sounds like a you problem right now.
But it was kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese. You go in and get food and pizza, and they had games. They didn't have a ton
They
of
had
arcade
laser
games.
tag.
But yeah, they had like laser tag, and they had this
I've never
big,
done
like-
laser tag in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
We need
I
to
did
go
it
do
once.
some laser tag, man.
Laser
pretty
tag's
fucking
changed
fun.
since we were children. That's
That's
all
fun.
I know.
I
It's
was
tactical
actually,
laser tag. I'm cool with that.
I was actually offered for one of my coworkers. I don't think it wasn't his bachelor party stuff, or maybe it was, but I forget. Like my brother, that wasn't my brother's Wagner shit was really
Mhm.
kicking up. So I was like, dude, I can't
Right.
I can't not deal with my brother's shit. So
Priorities.
But that was that's literally the only time I've ever been invited or ever thought about doing laser. Not like I'm opposed, but
I mean, it's not like you're missing out on a shit ton. It's just if you've ever wanted to simulate,
you guys are just
Killing
downplaying
people?
it, really.
it's basically it. You just pretend to kill people and you shoot them with
So
lasers.
it's like it's
Yeah.
a video game.
The one that I did
made.
was a Men in Black themed one, so you also had to shoot,
Yeah, dressed
much
in a
like
suit.
the fucking the training that they did in Men in Black. There was random aliens and people that would have targets on them made of cardboard that would pop in and out of the walls and shit.
There's a ride like that at Universal.
I want like an Area 51 themed laser tag.
Oh, that'd be
Because
great.
that'd be fucking terrible. Can't even talk. Terrifying.
Oh yeah.
You're talking about the video game
Yeah.
Area 51.
Mm-hmm.
Not like
But-
a life, like a
No,
adaptation
both.
of the
Both.
secret government
Both.
base that doesn't exist.
You're right.
Both.
Also, by the way, supper clubs were just meant to look fancy, and the reason they were called supper clubs is they were a destination in which you could spend the whole night, where it'd start at like cocktail hour,
Mhm.
and you have dinner, you have post-dinner drinks, and then there'd be like somebody playing the
And
piano
then you
or
swing.
singing.
Right.
And then obviously.
And then fun.
Yeah. And then have fun.
Yeah, it's lots
Fun.
of fun.
And they had Lazy Susans on the table, which I gotta say, of all the things that were inventions that don't get used anymore, Lazy Susans are cool. Why are they gone?
They're practical too. I mean,
Then you get, like, for taco night,
oh
just to have
yeah.
a spinny thing on the table. It's fucking fantastic. I don't understand why we don't use those.
No,
Because Susan's got offended around the world.
I'm not lazy. I don't know why she sounds like a fucking overweight Fran Drescher, but
Well,
And
because
how many Susans have you met, though? I mean, really think about that.
I
Not many.
know 3 Sues. 2 of them.
so, okay.
No,
what?
3. They
Sue
all work
and
at
Susan
they
are
all work at
different,
Target and okay. That changes it by 60%. The 2 Sues or Susan, sorry, 1 Sue. 2 Susans I know or whatever, but the 1 Sue was like some like okay looking older lady.
Yeah.
So
I've only, I
there's
think I've
that.
only ever met one. It was the one I worked
No,
with.
there's
at
2
Subway.
Sues. Sorry. I'll stop.
No, go for it.
Alright.
We can dissect Susans all night. If we can, convince one to come over.
Yeah, I
There.
was gonna say,
Dissect a
I
Susan.
don't know any Susans, but if you want, sure, I'm down for that.
I was like, hey man, we got Little Caesars, so just eat whatever you want and then it's over.
Discovery Zone death? Alright,
Oh.
Google. I'm not going into that part. Fuck.
So I was in the same kind of vein as Discovery Zone. I was thinking about this yesterday. I don't know what triggered it, but I fucking was thinking about how much I miss like Blockbuster. Like not the bullshit that came with Blockbuster.
Like the idea of
the event, because it was an event, right? Oh, it was a meme that popped up.
Oh, going to...
Oh
Yeah,
man, the
I know.
pictures of Discovery Zone.
Yeah.
I know you guys can't see them, but holy shit, the memories. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, just because it
Yeah,
was an
that thing.
event, right?
Yeah, that thing.
that's
that
what
slide.
that's what got me banned for life from my parents. Thanks.
The rolly slide.
They're never gonna listen to this, but yeah, fuck you guys.
I don't know. Do you miss that?
What, getting
that
some
or the-
candy and some
Yeah,
fucking popcorn,
fucking-
renting a movie, and
is
calling it a
It
night?
was a big thing, like the end of the week. You know what I mean? Gotta go to school the next day. Like, hey, let's go to Blockbuster. I'm
I
gonna
miss
get a
just
game.
being, like, excited.
Yeah, generally.
I mean,
Generally.
I'll be
Just have
completely honest, the only memories I have of Blockbuster is going there to switch my Oblivion disc because it was so fucked up that my Xbox couldn't read it. So we would swap the discs and fight me.
That's your only memory?
Because I always went over to Dylan's house to play shit, and he was the one, like, his mom took him there all the fucking time, so me personally never needed to go there.
Yeah, we used to do that shit at the end of the week. It'd be like a big thing. If I didn't get in trouble or fuck around at school, we'd go and I could either get a game or 2 movies. Sometimes I'd get a movie and a game.
Depending on if you know.
Yeah, if I was real fucking good or if my mom was feeling generous that week. And yeah, you fucking just everything about it I kind of miss. Like even the disappointment. Like you go there, you know what you want. You're like, I want
it's gone.
fucking Mario Party 6.
Oh, and it was always gone. Forever
And you
gone.
run to
You're
the
never
rack.
gonna find it again.
And even better was the ones when you'd run to the rack, you'd see the box behind it, and you'd be like, yes! And you'd
And
pick it
that's
up,
the
and it
wrong
would be
thing.
like Blast Corpse. And you're like, this is not what I wanted. What kind of an asshole?
So who fucked up the...
Which would be me now, like if Blockbuster still exists, just switching discs with their display boxes. But yeah, fuck.
All you're doing is hurting retail employees.
I really
Can't you
And
see how
also-
can't you see how hurt I am right now?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
hurt.
Can you
super
Somebody
hurt.
found a Discovery Zone playground in a farm in Georgia, so that means some motherfucker got a hold of all that shit and was just like, well, this is mine now. I own this.
Lucky son of a bitch.
That sounds about right.
I'd
But
like-
on your
Go ahead.
parents rewarding you shit, I actually remember just how much of a piece of shit I was in elementary school. They would actually get me Taco Bell at the end of the week if I was quote unquote good. Because I just wouldn't do homework, didn't do shit. You know? I just remember that and like, wow, how did no one fucking kill me?
Yeah,
Like how much of a piece of shit was I?
Sometimes I think back and there have been times where I've randomly called my mom,
Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, in a store watching some little fucking bastard just be terrible.
Just be a complete piece of shit. You're just like
doing the same shit that I knew I did and call her up and I'm like, hey, you busy? You got like literally 2 minutes? What? I'm sorry. Remember that one time that I did this really
Can you hear
random
this?
thing?
Can you hear this vaguely in the distance?
That shit? I'm sorry. I can't fucking believe I did that. How did you not beat the shit out of me in a
That's
Target?
all that I've for
Specifically
Ralph,
in a Target.
In a Target.
for specifically Ralph and Sammy, because I've told them so many times at work, like I don't know how my parents didn't fucking kill me when I was a child.
yeah.
Between the just random tangents at a grocery store or all of the episodes I had bowling,
Yep.
how did my parents not take me up back and fucking shoot me, but any of the other parents around like
Can you
either
can
like
you
talk
shut
to my
him
parents,
up?
can you like fuck duct tape's a thing? I'm just saying, or any of these parents just drag me by the fucking hair. Just, oh wait, look, you're done. You
know,
are done.
Christy's mom did that to another little girl. We were at fucking Chuck E. Cheese for Girl Scouts, and this little
Perfect.
girl was throwing a goddamn fit all the time, and like, funny part is like some of my friends are still friends with her on Facebook now. We did end up being friends in high school, but at the time she was broken home kind of thing.
Well, you guys are friends with this girl that's the other in the story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And she was a little shit all the time. 'Cause she came from a broken home and her mom was fucking, I don't know, something was up with her. And she turned around and called her mom a bitch. And
Ooh.
good old Nancy turned around and just slapped the little girl and was like, don't you
Like
dare.
backhand?
Like straight up backhanded this little girl and was like, I don't know what you think you're on, but you have been acting inappropriately all day, and to call your mother a bitch while she's putting up with you is ridiculous, and then stormed off. And I was like,
How'd that other lady take it? Well, I'm assuming.
yeah, she was drunk.
She probably was like just a single tear. Like I wanted to say this for so
Not all
long.
heroes wear capes, thank you.
Yeah.
Rip in peace. Yeah, I don't know how my parents didn't put me up for adoption. Like, fucking seriously. It was, oof.
Not for
years-
nothing, but that was Mikey as a kid.
Years and years of problems.
I wasn't that bad at that age.
That's due, isn't it?
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You want some dew, my man? You can do the dew. I'm not pouring it into that double shot glass. That's not
Dumb.
happening.
I'm sitting
Excuse
here.
you.
I'm sitting here with
Excuse
both
you, I
glasses
earned
on.
this by bowling 150 pins over my average because I started the season like shit. Thank you.
Mike earned
I
the
feel
shot
like that
glass
was like
in his bowling league.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
because
was
all of that
secretly
booze that I
planned.
drink. What?
I feel like that was secretly planned. Like
No,
if I
they-
start the season out terribly,
Mike is
and then
actually
I
a very,
suddenly do
It
good.
was more
very
so.
accomplished bowler.
Sure. It was more.
He doesn't
It
want
wa-
to talk about things he's done that's good. He'd rather talk
Yeah.
shit about him as a kid.
Yeah, that's more what I'm about. But no, like it was more. I started the season off so bad because I didn't bowl not once from when the season ended in April because my thumb was just swelling so fucking much that it was fucking up my bowling at the end of the season. So I was like, fuck it.
Let's not cause a permanent thumb
I'm
injury.
gonna. I'm just gonna put that shit on ice for 5 months, whatever it is, not even.
That's a long time. That's a long fucking time.
And then I started this. I think my average was like 190 something,
Oof.
which to people who bowl maybe once or twice a year is like fucking
That's
190.
fantastic,
Wow,
but
complain,
no,
you little bitch.
I've
But no,
bowled with Mike.
this is me. I'm
Bowling
20.
with Mike, you might as well just use both hands on the ball, drop it and kick it. It doesn't matter.
Mike's
You're
one
going
of
to
these
lose. Just give
motherfuckers. He
up.
does the shit that I don't understand. You bowl like my dad did. 'Cause my dad was real big into bowling. You do the one-handed, like, underneath with the big
with the
fucking
revs.
amount of spin, and I just don't. I look at that
And
and,
I
I'm
stare
like,
at
I
it
don't
and
want
like-
to fucking pull my shoulder out.
Granted, I can't bowl more than a few frames. You've both seen me try since my shit got fucked up. And if
Yeah.
I bowl a whole game, I'm like, one arm's just hanging
You're just
off.
laying on the ground like, all right, well,
This
Did I get
hand
to-
is dead. I have my tennis elbows kicked in. The shoulder that's fucked up now has added tears to it, I'm pretty sure. So I'm just gonna lay on the floor. And if anyone wants to drop a bowling ball on my head anytime soon, that would be fantastic. And everybody's like, let's bowl another one. And I'm like, well, I'm just gonna get a
yeah,
picture
me,
of beer.
I'm sitting there like,
and
I'll bowl
sit.
for everyone. Like, I don't.
Yeah. Like, you can still put me on. I'll just let Mike bowl mine too. It'll make it look like I don't suck. And then he gets to bowl more. So, you know.
It's a win for almost everyone.
I mean, if you
Except for
let-
anyone who's trying to beat Mike.
If you go by Mike's fucking logic, if you let him bowl for you, it's gonna make you look like you suck more. Because apparently he just sucks. That's the point he keeps trying to drive home. Even though, you know what, I've never gotten a fucking shot glass for bowling. So, what is...
I was gonna say, hang on.
Here you go, my man. Which is fucking the most Wisconsin shit to do.
Like,
To
right?
give out a shot glass.
You're good at bowling. Here.
I got a
drink
bunch
alcohol.
of pens too.
A bunch of pens.
That's
Nice.
This past Thursday, they finally, I guess, got around to giving everyone all their whatever they earned, quote unquote earned.
Earned a pen.
I
What do
got
you have
you.
to do to earn a pen? Show up?
Sure. I got what the fuck was it? It was one was for 75 pins over your average because I sucked that bad to start the season. The other was for 125.
Oh, and then you, the shot
the
glass
season.
is for
And then
150.
if you do 150 over your average, you get a shot glass.
It goes pen, shot glass. I got it now.
And then I got a pen for a 700 series, and I'm like, but
I'm hearing you correctly, like, right? Like writing utensils,
Yeah.
pens.
Mhm.
Okay, what? Why?
I was gonna. I don't.
Because they're
you have to
super
write-
inexpensive.
Because you have
buy
to
in
write the
bulk.
score down. No, I don't.
Market zero.
Also,
I don't actually know, but yeah.
Did you hear the latest big news in pro bowling?
Oh god.
Yeah,
There was
Joby,
a whole fight about flatulence. It's fantastic.
You know,
I knew you were like to say. You said, "Oh God!" I'm like the one time.
if
Bowling
anybody
is
in this
in
room,
This is
major
like
news.
whenever they mention hockey on ESPN. Look at these two faggots fighting. Like that's not what fucking hockey is. Stop. As I yell into your mic a bit too much.
that's fine. The waveform looks great. I'm loving it.
It's like average. Okay, someone's really feeling
Someone's really
something
mad.
over here.
Yeah.
And you know, it's great that he yells that specific word because there's going to be at least one person that listens. Like, did you know? And I'm like, he's referring to a bundle of sticks. And also, Mike's the most harmless person on the planet Earth, so it doesn't.
What by
just
saying
matter.
faggot?
Yeah.
It doesn't. I've never looked at it like that. I know.
Well, I
it's
know
an
it's like
offensive
it's getting
word,
out of the habit
but-
of using words that like we were like it didn't matter, like
Like,
calling things gay
I was
for
like
forever.
90s
Yeah,
kids.
it
It
just
was literally
fucking-
90s kids.
Yeah, like
Everything
if
was
you-
gay.
Everything
so.
was gay, and everyone was a faggot, and it wasn't because of any actual sexual connotation. Because
It's
I
the-
hate to
it's the
tell you,
Louis
we were
CK
12.
line.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that it's the Louis C.K. line. It just meant like quit being a little bitch.
Yeah.
Like quit being a faggot and suck that dude's dick. What are you doing? Take one for the team. Like it never meant that to
I
me.
It's not that he was gay. It's just being a faggot.
Well, when you're a kid, especially, you know,
Well, it's
in
like
our
calling
time,
shit
you don't,
retarded.
yeah, you don't know that faggot means what it means. It's
And
just
not
a
for
word you
nothing,
hear.
it was our parents that used the word around small children, and that's why we picked up on it. So thanks, boomers.
I
love throwing it at them whenever I can.
My
though.
parents really weren't.
Yeah, I don't recall my mom
No,
and
I
dad
think
ever
it was
using
really
that word.
mostly-
I picked it up from other shittier kids
Yeah.
in the neighborhood.
I was gonna say,
There were
like, yeah, it's
shittier
definitely.
kids than you?
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh,
Believe it
man.
or not.
Oh, wait, you grew up in shitty neighborhoods.
I mean, you
I
know
live on
my
the south
friends,
side.
so
You know,
okay.
you're-
Granted, the South
Yeah.
Side wasn't as bad as it is now. Apparently, like
Well, they do move the ghetto like once every 3 years in
Right.
Milwaukee, so
They-
no, it was. I mean,
they
They
really
spin
do.
a wheel.
No, because they buy out all the like the low income housing and all the projects, and then they turn them into townhomes. But then they turn a bunch of defunct townhomes into projects, and then they move all the like check and goes and the Popeyes and all the other fucking shit.
everything.
Yeah, everything that was there, they open it over there.
That package deal, they just shifted over
Yeah,
3 blocks.
And then, all the rich white people move in, and therefore everything gets more expensive. And, gentrification's a thing. And then all these poor, affected people have to uproot and move to the nearest low-income housing, which is now on the, Upper East Side this year.
Because.
Yeah, because We have the most segregated city in the country. So.
Yeah. Oh.
That's true. That's a true stat. You can look that up.
Yeah, go Milwaukee.
I mean, not our city because we're not in Milwaukee.
No, we're not in Milwaukee, but
Close enough.
speaking of which, that was the big adventure I had all week. I didn't want to take highway traffic to get to downtown Milwaukee for my job because, you never know when that's going to take 2 hours instead of 45
it's just
minutes.
Whenever you're trying to go somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, fuck it, I'll take the avoid highways route. But that involves taking Teutonia pretty much straight out. Yeah, like you go from, I think, 57, well, Green Bay Road out here turns into 57, which turns into Teutonia, which takes you all the way downtown. But you were... I had somebody take a left from behind me after the light turned red. I wasn't even shocked. They didn't have plates. Which, in Milwaukee, if somebody doesn't have plates, you go, oh, okay. And you just let it go, because even if there was a red light camera, what the fuck are they going to do?
You take note of the car, and then you go home, you get on Craigslist, and you look in the fucking for sale by owner cars, and inevitably you'll see that car.
No title.
No title, need gone ASAP.
Yep. 1,500.
Not even. 400. 400 need gone ASAP, no title.
Give me some pizza. And
and you're like, oh, yeah, that's really common in Milwaukee. And you see these no-plate cars, and they're like, meet me on the corner of, like, Teutonia and Fond du Lac, and you're like, or Good Hope, and you're like,
I'll meet you on the corner of Nope and fuck that.
yeah, I'm gonna go with no. And they're like, no, it'll be fine, bring some friends. And I'm like, no, this sounds like bring your crew and I'll bring mine now. And that made it worse. Not better.
People are retarded anywhere, but especially concerning, like auto sales and cars and Milwaukee.
Oh my god, the fact that people see this shit and don't find it immediately problematic.
Not even problematic, it's just people out there looking to buy cars that don't understand. You remember when I listed the Sebring and I listed it as not running? Yeah. It's not running, you
and
have to tow it away.
And how many people were like, hey, can you meet me at this place with it?
Yeah, motherfuckers texting me like, yo, meet me
didn't
downtown.
Just put it in neutral and push it?
And I'm like, no.
I can't meet you anywhere.
It doesn't drive. And they'd be like, oh, well, that wasn't in the ad. And I'm like, yes, it is.
It totally was.
Actually.
It fucking is.
That was in the fucking title of it.
No, that's the problem is it wasn't in the title. Yeah. And that's because nobody reads past the title. No. They're just like, oh, Sebring convertible, fucking X $100.
Yeah, for like $300, deal. And then
Yeah. But that's, again, that fucking traverses autos into anything. The fucking people I deal with on Facebook when I'm trying to sell shit. I got that fucking... used to collect My Little Pony shit for a while. Which, by the way, it's a great show. Fuck you. Judge me. Whatever. So, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to everybody out there. But
no one saw. I just shrugged like whatever.
Bronies have a bad name for a reason, and we're not going to get into that because that's like a whole episode on its own.
Right, but I am not one of those bronies.
The show is good, and yeah, he doesn't want to fuck tiny children pony things.
Yeah, I don't want you to dress up like a pony.
One or the other.
Nah, I mean... But I have this big fucking... My mom got me this big Twilight Sparkle thing. And I've never taken it out of the box because it's just for display. Yeah, it's cool and all, but I don't want it anymore. So I had it listed, and I had some lady, what's today, Saturday? On Thursday, send me a message, and she just said, is this still available? And I said, yes. Do you have any questions? She read it, never fucking responded to it. Just fucking tell me no. I don't understand why it's so hard just to be like, I'm not interested in this anymore. Like... There's a fucking auto type for that. Right. You can just hit the I'm not interested and be done with it and fucking move on.
I don't understand how people get... It's somehow... It's a thought process in people's heads because I know I've done it. I'm not going to say I'm not guilty.
Right.
But where somehow you think if you just don't respond that it's less annoying, offensive, irritating, stupid than saying, no, sorry, actually, I wasted your time, which that answers the fucking question. So everybody involved can move on instead of just like... Nothing.
It's like the fucking the memes you see where it's like guys say I really like you and then it's just like scene.
Yeah, and then you get the shitty
Or when you're trying to make fucking plans and you're like, yo, you got any plans tomorrow? Scene 3 days ago and you're just like,
did they die? Did they get shot?
You could have just said, yes, I have plans, even if it's a lie, or just like I'm gonna lay low. Or be like, fuck off, I don't want to hang out with you. I don't care.
Yeah, there's any number of things.
Once again, answers the question for both parties.
Yeah, like just...
Instead of just cliffhangers.
The whole communication thing.
Huh?
Which actually, you know what? It's fucking funny that the conversation took that path, because one of the other topics was Daryl wanted to know, why don't people just say what they mean?
Good God, I don't know. I say it to a well. Okay, me and Mike both have this. You have that habit too. Less so. You're a little more tactful about it. But dude, no matter what I think,
Trying to say what I mean while also not being like, fuck you, cunt.
Yeah, no. I have a bad habit of like the second
use
somebody
slang.
does something that's annoying enough where I'm just like, it's a problem. I'm like, why the fuck are you doing that? Or if somebody's like, are you mad at me? And I'm like, I just listened to you chew a steak for 30 minutes with
As
your
you're
mouth
like
wide
red in
open.
the face,
Yes.
veins popping
Yeah.
out of your head, you're just like, fine.
That
Yeah,
fucking,
that's
that
fine,
picture of that
fine.
kid at the desk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I used to be like that. And I hit a weird breaking point where, like, now I'm just like, that
Yeah, go
haircut.
fuck yourself.
Yeah, that haircut doesn't look good on you. That job isn't a good fit for you. You're terrible at customer service. Why are you a server? Like, I just don't
See,
fucking
I
care
appreciate
anymore.
you giving me props for trying to be tactful about it, because I really fucking do. Rarely do I snap, like, just full board snap.
Yeah,
you
just-
saw it that one day when we worked at fucking Midwest.
Oh, yeah.
That whole thing we had, that we worked at this place where we were picking orders for grocery stores and gas stations, and you have to have these big metal carts, like it's just a flatbed fucking thing with 4 wheels, and you got a handle that you can move from either side. You can pick it up
Like
and
it's
push
just
it.
it's your thing.
It's just a basic cart.
Yeah,
but they had a limited number of them.
And there's different.
I know where this is
yeah,
going.
there was like certain ones that were bigger and smaller, and some that just had
Didn't
wobbly
work well.
wheels or
Yeah,
squeaked
like the
real
wheels
loud.
are locked up or shit like that.
Yeah.
just annoying, and you want to fucking
And you have to
use
go
them.
through these aisles that, like, the biggest carts, that's all that's fitting through it. So if you have to go on either side of it, just push the cart further and kind of throw it on there and hope for the best.
But we had, there was like 2 specific carts that I really liked to use. I liked to use the big ones because I fit more shit on there, and they didn't squeak, they didn't lock up, and they were just all around decent carts.
Put your names on them.
So, but the other room, we have the food side of the thing, and then you have the tobacco room. In the tobacco room, they got all these big fucking carton boxes of cigarettes that they got to ship out. They stack up on these carts and then distribute to the orders at the end of the day. So, I go in there to get a cart because there's no fucking carts, and I have to have one to do my job. And one of the guys started yelling at me because I was taking the cart, and then the other one fucking jumped in, and I just lost my shit. Like, flat I was just like, fuck you, I'm taking this fucking cart, go fuck yourself. You got a problem with it, go to the fucking management, because they ain't gonna do shit about it anyway. So, just fuck you. And walked out with the cart. It was 2 times over a fucking cart that happened.
Yeah.
The first time I was pushing my cart to my section, and fuck him, I'll name him Pete. He's a fucking asshole.
Oh, yeah, no.
He's got 2 people living in his
No,
brain.
he actually, like, would leave for the day and be like, we're tired,
Yeah,
we're going home.
We're going home. We're tired. We're done for the day.
I wish I could live that life.
I
I really do.
It'd be way less lonely and a lot easier because you get a lot of self-confidence when all you have to do is talk to yourself in your head about every problem.
Which I do anyway, but I had the fucking cart and I was pushing it toward my section, and this motherfucker comes over and grabs the handle for the cart and starts pulling it away from me. And I just jerked it back and went, no, not this one. And he went, well, we need it for the tobacco room. I said, sucks to suck, am I right? You better go find another one. I know they're laying around.
Yeah.
And he was just, because that was on Monday, because Friday was stocking unloading day from the truck. But we didn't get a lot done that previous Friday, so there were still a bunch of carts in the middle that just had
Stuff
couple
out of
boxes
Just
on.
freight like
You could've
whatever.
just taken
and
it
we were
off.
severely understaffed, so like at some point on a Friday or Thursday, if you run out of time, you just leave a bunch of fucking gum or something on a cart and you park it somewhat near the gum and you go, well, I didn't get a chance to put it away, but I've got about 30 other things to do, so this is just going to sit here for a while until somebody else takes care of it, I guess.
You know, so there's carts in the middle, but they can be unloaded. It's like 4 cases of something. You could have just moved the cases to another cart that was right fucking next
Put
to
it
it
on
and
the
taken
floor
that
for
cart.
all I
Put it
care.
on the fucking
No,
floor.
that's too easy.
But he tries to take it and
You
hit
gotta
the whole-
have confrontation.
Right, if necessary.
You gotta fight for it.
So give him the whole fucking sucks to suck line, and then he finally gives up. And I'm like, you can't have the cart. I need it to do my job. Go away. He walks away and he's like, well, you guys need to get all this stuff done on Friday, so that way the carts can be cleared up. And I just, again, snapped and was like, yeah, well, if you would fucking help and actually work, we would be done. And he was like, I do help, and just kind of scuttled away. And I wanted to be like, which one of you is saying that? Because it's not the fucking one half of your brain, it's the other asshole living inside your fucking stupid head. God, I'm so glad we don't work there anymore.
I know, because you brought that up, and I was like, man, I could
so-
still bitch about that place for like 3 straight
I'm
days.
so
Like
fucking worked up just
nonstop.
talking
I would just
about
drink
it.
energy drinks and alcohol for 3 days and be like, and another thing.
I'm so fucking
Like,
bad.
they were so bad, I'm still tempted to call OSHA on them, and I've been out of that place for like a month.
It's not fucking, it's just more shit that it's worth.
Not
I mean-
really. I can anonymously call OSHA and be
Not
like,
anymore. You can't
Yeah.
anonymously call them anymore.
what are they going to do? Call me at home? And I ignore their call?
Do you
we're
have a
literally-
landline?
We're
No.
literally
Well, then there you
putting
go.
literally putting it on digital and distributing it to the free fucking
Oh,
world.
I don't care.
Well, the free world's like two
reporting
countries.
something to
so.
OSHA it's my civil duty to save the rest of the people who work there.
Oh, dude, that place was so fucking bad. Lawsuits and
Oh
just
my God.
violations.
Oh my God.
You know those big ladders, like the 15, 20 foot tall step
the
ladders that you
staircases
roll and
that you roll
Yeah,
up.
you shift them around.
Yeah, you fucking,
None of them like sat straight.
They had one. They had one that worked.
One
perfectly,
that was okay.
and
Yeah.
it
The
was
other ones
level,
wobbled, and they're like,
like bad wobble.
they're like
you're on
20
the
feet
top,
high
and it's
and
like
shit.
this far.
Yeah.
I know a few of those.
Oh
Yeah.
my God!
Where the
None of
little,
step
the little
ladders-
like the support thing just falls out of it all the time.
Yeah, and you're just
That's
wobbling
yeah.
back and forth,
Yeah,
and
none of
like
the step ladders were straight.
they
all had
had
bent legs and bent supports.
and they had like standing fans from like 1962 that the cords are like just electric taped together. One of them was a 3-prong, and it only had 2 prongs, which I'm like, yeah, plugging this in every day is not going to kill me.
It's
It'll
fine,
be
it's
it'll be
fine.
great. It'll be fine.
It's either not going to kill you or you won't know what happened.
yeah,
so
like,
it's
one or
fine.
the other, because it's a huge fan with a lot of fucking watts going through it.
Yeah, the place was a fucking
Just
nightmare.
dumb shit. Like they get a brand new freezer,
Mm.
and they lift it above the actual floor. So they just take a piece of plywood and make
just
like
the
a
base of
shitty
it was
ramp.
like to get into the door when it opened. You had to step up this little thing. It's like I don't know 5-6 inches.
Just like
Yeah.
a curb kind of.
Yeah. But you know, to bring
Still.
carts in and out of it,
Yeah,
you kind of need a way up
Yeah,
there.
you have to shift
So,
them and
Yeah, so they
all that
put
stupid
like
bullshit.
plywood on there.
Yeah, they built this little
And, like,
ramp
taped
out
it
of
on.
plywood.
It's cute.
And then took these little rusty pieces of flat metal at the bottom so you could actually roll the wheels up onto it. So they're like slightly
Because
bent
actually,
metal.
you know,
because the plywood itself also left enough of a gap that the wheels couldn't get over it. So they did that.
Shaving it and like sanding it down.
Yeah,
and
no,
That's
making it
no,
metal,
Yeah,
no,
it's
no.
too much
Yeah.
work.
And they
That's-
literally told one of our coworkers when he asked about it, well, I mean, it costs X amount of money. Granted, they just spent, what was it, $35,000
I was gonna say,
on
you
a
just-
freezer.
Oh my God.
And they didn't want to spend the extra $2,000 for the ramp that came with the freezer if you wanted to purchase it. It was just...
And like the ramp was fine for a little bit, but then when you get the frozen orders, they got one of those what they call it a walkie.
Yeah.
It's like a walking forklift. I'm sure you've seen these things, electrical
Yeah.
forklifts.
The power jack.
Yeah,
whatever
the
they
power
call it.
jacks.
And one day we fucking come in and the ramp's broken. It's got like a fucking huge hole right at the top.
Because someone took
right
the.
where the
Yeah.
wheels go.
Yeah.
So you can't get the fucking thing in there.
Yeah. And they're like, well,
I
we
can
can't
only
fix
imagine
that
what happened.
because we don't have any other pieces of plywood laying around, which was basically their actual answer. Like, we just don't have any more random shit
Sorry,
laying
we've
around.
got no resources.
we got no
If-
trash.
If you
cans.
guys have played Civ, you can go find some shit, but otherwise, yeah, we're fucked. I don't know.
Are you guys familiar with Catan? Maybe you can, I don't
trade
know,
some sheep, I don't know.
get some sheep, get us a piece of plywood. I don't
Sacrifice a child, I don't know, something.
Yeah, I don't know.
We need plywood, basically.
Not to
Particle board or
mention,
whatever.
like, oh god, just everything was broken. And they would do shit like put pallets upon pallets upon pallets in between areas where we had to get to overstock because we didn't have enough people to stock shit, so we were constantly climbing ladders to get to shit. But they would actually like
We worked
They
10
would-
hours a day, a good hour and a half of our day.
was looking for
Moderate,
shit.
like conservatively, was spent just standing in the aisles, staring up in the air, fucking blank faced, looking
Anybody
for
know
one
where
box.
Cheetos are?
I don't see. I see Kit Kats. I don't see
That's
king
close.
size. I
Yeah,
don't see king size
I need
though.
I need the king size Kit Kats, but not like those ones. I need the ones that come in 24 packs. Those are 16 packs.
Yeah, and the
and you
computers-
start to sound like Rain Man. You're just
Computer
mumbling
says
numbers
we've got
to yourself.
42 of them, which is like 4 cases, and I
But
don't.
it also
where
said
the
it came
fuck
in
are
5
they?
months ago, and you would think if it came in 5 months ago, we would have brought the rest of it down by now. And you're just doing that, talking to yourself, but like
As
and
it gets
then-
quieter and quieter.
yeah, and then occasionally you would find it, but it's where there's just a shit ton of pallets in the entire aisle, and nobody can move it right now.
Because there's
You're
only
just
2
staring
forklift
up,
operators.
Well,
they
And then
won't teach
somebody
anybody
comes
else how to
over
do
and they
it.
just are like,
well, they have to pay someone extra to
Yeah.
be that.
Right.
So
and more
no.
than
What a stupid
more
idea.
than
Why'd you even say
10
that?
times they would
You're right. It was impetuous of me. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
they would suggest, but totally not suggest, we just scale these shelving units.
Mhm. We're not going to tell you to do it. We're not going to tell you not to do it.
Just
So
if,
we're,
don't
like,
think- if we
very-
catch you though,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
f- we
We
you're
are like
fucked,
very
but-
dangerously scaling
No,
fucking
not
20
even.
feet of fucking
You would
shelving.
see the office people, the higher ups come out and
Oh.
look, and I'm like, and each,
Like
each
20
shelf
feet in the
is,
air.
you know,
3 or 4, 3, 2 or
Yeah.
2 or 3 feet.
2 or 3
At least.
feet tall. The small ones for the candy and shit, and I'd be like 4 or 5 units up.
Yeah, so
She's
we're
watched
like
me climb up to the very top.
Well,
Right?
she's gonna
yeah,
say
I
she
climbed
just
up to the
pushed
top
down
once and took a
boxes.
fucking picture with my phone from hanging up there and was like, I'm at the top right now.
I
and I
can
sent it
die.
to a friend and they were like, oh my god, why? And I was like, can't get a ladder over here. And they were like, can you please get down? And I was like, here's the thing. Getting
Quickly,
down
actually.
is like, yeah, getting down is either A, way easier or way harder than getting up, depending on how you look at my situation right now, because I have a box of candy in my hand.
Well, you won't die hungry.
It got to the point, like, it was always the same fucking thing. You would go to pick something. There would be 2 in the case that was on the shelf. You need 4. So now you gotta go... You go up to the computer.
You've made another problem for yourself.
Yeah.
You go up to the computer. You check the computer. The computer says we have X number in inventory.
We have 163. They came in 3
noticeable
months ago.
number. Something that should be very easy to spot.
Like, it should be like half a pallet.
Yeah.
Like, you should just see Kit Kats plastered somewhere, and you're like, oh, there they are. Easy.
So you go back to the aisle. And you start
One's over
looking.
here, one's over here, 2 over there.
Right. And that would happen too. But you'd go back to the aisle, you'd start looking, you'd stare up like a fucking idiot, and then
Eventually
like
you get a
fucking,
forklift
like a
operator.
retarded faggot. you would just stare up at the shit, and then eventually you'd go and find the quote, and air quotes again, management.
Yeah.
And you would ask him like, "Hey, by the way, it says we've got." Oh, don't even worry about opening the can.
What?
Yeah, there you go.
You'd go find him and be like, "Hey, I'm looking for this. Computer says we have this. I can't fucking find it. It's not on the shelf. I
And
don't
they
see it
take the
anywhere."
same path you did.
Yeah,
They'll
retrace
just-
your steps. Go to the computer, check the inventory.
Like
go
they
stare
have
at
a thermal of where you went.
Yeah, like, literally would retrace your exact
just the
steps
fucking
in the
dead
whole
space,
time.
fucking
Yeah.
looking at the lines on the ground.
Yeah, and you're behind them the whole time, like, look there, look there, look
Nope.
there. Yep,
Nope. Nope.
I looked in the chips for the candy. Don't ask why. It's happened
I-
before. I've done it.
I have so many fucked up stories of our backroom location accuracy at
Oh,
Target
God.
that I'm not even going to bother because
Yeah, I've
we've spent
heard.
enough time talking about this.
It
And
just-
Yeah.
literally, like, anytime Rachel and I were talking about work, it was suddenly it was like Minecraft syndrome. Suddenly it was 5 hours later, and I'm like, what the? We literally accomplished nothing, and it's 2 in the morning. What
Yeah.
the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
the
like,
end
I completely...
the end of that is basically, yeah, you would spend, I think the most I ever clocked was like 25 minutes just looking for it, and at the end of it,
Nothing.
just for them to be like,
No, them to
zero
be
it out.
like, just
We don't
forget
have
it. We can't find it. To which, then we just start doing it ourselves. Like,
Yeah,
if I've
just,
spent
nope,
more
fuck
than
it.
15 minutes, I'm just going to say I can't find it. And then they come back and be like, well, we keep seeing a lot
Oh,
of people
yeah, they give you
marking
the-
things out, and you really can't do that without management permission. I'm like, okay, but it takes 15 minutes to find
You
a
don't want us to
manager.
waste the time. You don't want us to out it, but you don't want us to waste the time while we're picking because we need to get the shit done faster because y'all motherfuckers keep adding accounts and not hiring more people. So we come to get you to do it, but at that time we could have just outed it and done it instantly as
Instead
opposed
of
to
taking
wasting
twice as
30
much
fucking
time.
minutes
Mhm.
for
Yeah.
you to just tell me to do the same thing that I was going to fucking do in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
So long
like...
story short, we
yeah.
walked out at lunch.
Yeah. That's how we quit our last
yeah,
jobs. There you go, everybody. Now you know the story of why
And
we walked
here
the fuck
we
out
are.
of our last
Oh,
jobs.
man.
That's
It
why
was-
I
Yeah,
park
that's
cars now.
Just as a final relation to that, before we talk about anything that doesn't involve our jobs, just with they were called M deletes for like when you're pulling stuff or trying to find shit, whatever in a
So if
in
you
a
out
batch.
it,
Yeah, if you go to a location that the device tells you to go to, you scan it, it wants whatever the fuck it wants. It's a system, it doesn't know either, but it's not there. And in the old system, with the PDAs we had, you would just hit whatever, or missing whatever the fuck it was. It was a while ago, and then you'd say no, it's not here. Next, move. Go to the next thing, and
As
they
would be
actually had
logical.
a list of who was doing that shit,
Right.
because obviously people would abuse the shit out of that.
yeah.
Oh, just no, that's
And-
not here. That's
and-
not here.
yeah.
It's not here.
The entire poll was weird, but they used to like crack down on people super fucking hard about that when it got ridiculous. Like people were like, that's up on a speed rack 20 feet up. Nope, sorry, it's not here. And then we got our new systems where we have those stupid My Device things, which when they work, they're fantastic, but they work 25% of the time, and that's being generous.
Kind of
But-
like the guns we had.
Yeah,
So
but
yeah, we understand.
but the system is basically the same, but it's the wording is completely different, and now nobody gives a fuck. Like they actively tell you, like if you can't, if it's not here, actually say you like type in the numbers and say you found it. I'm like, so we have a huge issue with things not being where they are, and our location accuracy is fucked. But do that.
It was in the wrong
What?
spot. Fuck it.
It's
I
not
left it
actually.
there.
Oh yeah, it was there. It was totally there. And then we wonder why our counts out on the floor
Oh, God.
horribly
The
off.
inventory at our place was
Oh,
just
well, I mean,
so
the inventory
fucking-
was off in our cigarette room because somebody was stealing massive amounts of fucking Swishers, but you know. that's-
But
It was the Black and
why?
Milds.
Black and Milds,
The Black
sorry.
and Milds. We had one day where we counted all of them.
No,
We
we had
counted-
to set aside like 2 hours to count individually everything in that fucking room.
Cool.
Counted every
Yeah.
single box of Black and Milds and every single box inside every single case.
And then readjusted every single inventory.
And the next
count.
week it was fucked.
Oh,
3
yeah.
days later,
Oh,
shit
sorry.
was just fucked
Sorry.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shit was just fucked.
Just, yeah, it had to have been maybe 3 days later.
Yeah, it was.
And the funniest part is that shit would go missing, and it was one of the supervisors. You'd get him, and he'd wander around fucking looking for it with you for 10 minutes.
So the same thing as before with they had the thermal tracking. And
Yeah.
they do the exact
but
same
he
shit
was
you
the
did.
one who was stealing it, so he knew it wasn't fucking there. And I'm like,
That's
Oh,
genius.
yeah,
That's
right. I
genius.
forgot all
That's
about
genius.
yeah, it was
That is
fucking
absolutely
completely
genius.
genius.
I
That
wish
would've
I
been-
was that smart.
That
I really do.
Well, that would have been my move. Like, if I was stealing shit and I knew it wasn't going to be there, put in the same amount of effort and just be like, damn, where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is
So
it?
who the
I don't
fuck-
understand.
Yeah, no, and he
all
would get like
pissed
that
off
too.
about it and be
Like, the
"This
fuck
fucking
is it? Why is
bullshit."
this shit always off?
And then, like, on this lunch break, goes out to his trunk, opens it. Yeah. And closes it.
Yeah. It's, oh, you sly devil, you.
You son of a bitch.
Pull him again. God damn.
Meanwhile, he parked right in front of a camera this time. So
Right. That's how he got caught. Was they caught him on
It
camera?
was the only room with cameras.
that's like
Literally the only room with cameras.
No, there were a couple. There was a camera at the one dock, and there were cameras.
Oh
at
yeah,
both
by
of
the
at
docks,
both
yeah,
of the,
but
the
not
dock and the
facing
back
any of the
door.
product.
But yeah, I think if we had 8 cameras in that location, 5 of them were in the tobacco room.
Yeah,
The whole fucking room.
yeah, that
basically
whole
was
room. You
covered.
couldn't go anywhere.
And
You couldn't even
accident-
check the time on your phone without people knowing that you had done
Incidentally
that.
enough, one of the only places in the tobacco room that was not covered
Was
back
where
by the
those
Black
were.
and Milds.
Yep,
It was the only fucking blind spot.
yep. He got caught because
That
he
doesn't
walked
add up.
out one of the doors with the cameras.
Yeah.
just waving at it like, yeah, fucking whatever.
Yeah, which how he got into the room, got the case of shit, walked out of that room for however many times they did it, and didn't get busted up until that one time.
Is it like a thing where they were like letting him get to a certain money amount?
I don't know.
No,
Cause
because
I-
they
cause-
didn't
cause
even
They're
Tar-
not that smart.
They
I'll
didn't
say
even
because
do-
Target does that shit. Like they'll let people steal shit
until it gets to like a federal
and,
case.
and, like,
amount.
and, yeah, and like
Wow.
think they're getting away with it, even though
That's fucking genius.
whoever's in the office is just like, keep going.
That's
Go
fucking
ahead.
genius.
You steal a Snickers a day for the next 100 days, and
Yeah, like
we
they,
can actually jail
they
you for
actively do that. They're like, all right, so that was like they'll take like they'll go inventory what they stole and
Right.
add it up and let them get to a certain amount of money. Hopefully, I'm not outing our security program, but that's like they do that shit.
It's
so
fucking genius, though.
Yeah, that's a good
But-
fucking move.
Yeah, meanwhile, our place caught this guy, fired him. He admitted to thousands more dollars than they could figure out, and they didn't charge him.
No,
That's
they
fine.
didn't.
And the
they didn't-
person
well, you were
helping him-
honest about it.
Yeah,
so.
and the person helping him in the office still works there.
Fine.
He-
So why don't you guys work there? What the fuck?
You know
Think
what,
about
right.
think about all the free shit you could have,
You're right. You know what?
and then you just get fired. It's
I'm just
fine.
gonna quit.
You quit for nothing. I think you guys are good.
we could
I'm gonna
have had
quit my nice
fucking
cushy
Lunchables
valet
for days.
job.
Just to go back
I'm
and
gonna go back.
get some black.
I'm gonna
belts
apologize on bended knee. Just grovel.
and fuck your back up even more.
Yeah, just grovel and just. Oh my god, I should go back. You're right, Mike. This is why
We could be
sometimes-
coming home with so many Lunchables.
Right?
and we're
This
not.
is.
Think
why
about all
we-
that sodium. It's just
This is. You know what? That's a good point. I'm gonna go eat some salt. I'm just gonna go have a salt block. A salt
I
like a
feel
salt
like
lake?
this entire episode was a salt block.
Oh yeah, it was the saltiest of blocks. There we go. There's our title.
Salt
the
block.
saltiest of blocks. Because it really was, but it was just salty shit about work and nostalgia and like missing things and why the fuck can't I say faggot?
you just did. You
I
did.
know, I know, but I'm gonna eat shit for it. I'm sure somebody's gonna say something. But you know what? It doesn't. I don't know.
It's a word.
It's a
can
word.
say
I
it.
don't
I
think
don't know,
of it
man.
like that.
I,
Words
like,
are
I
only
call
important.
myself a salty cunt whenever I want, and then I forget that other women hear that word and they like explode.
Moist.
Words are like
Wait,
words
wait.
are important and they have the power to do damaging shit.
Moist.
And I understand that. But yeah, the waveform on that looks real interesting.
Does it look moist?
It's like it does one of these numbers where it's like drop off. So yeah, I don't know. get past my thought and then we can fucking move on. Yeah, I understand words are damaging and shit, but context is important. And the intent of the word is important.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
Because, like,
right.
literally
Well, yeah.
anything can be...
Because if you look at somebody like
Aggressive.
with autism or something and they're having a fucking mental breakdown because they were triggered by something, you're like, why are you being retarded right now?
Yeah.
Way different than me looking at you when you're fucking doing stuff you do. Sorry, there's
That's-
so
wow.
many
And there's a
examples.
lot of it. And there's a
She
lot.
just covered all of it. She's like, I'm not
There's a
even
lot
going to
of
give
it.
specifics because we'll get
I'm not
fired
gonna
or
waste
something.
my time.
like I'm gonna marry him. Like, obviously I've accepted that he does
Spoilers.
retarded shit sometimes.
I mean, I feel like if he didn't do retarded shit, that would be insanely suspicious.
Yeah,
so,
like,
Right,
he's
right.
perfect all the time. I'm scared. Help.
Oh,
anyway.
I don't know. That's perfect all the time. I'd like to take credit for that, but I don't think. You know
that
what?
was,
I will.
It was sarcasm,
You're right.
dear. It's okay.
No, it's too late.
No,
You already
no,
said
it wasn't.
It's on record. It's digital. It's going out
That's
to the
gonna
world.
be one of the clips at the opening of the fucking
That's it.
episode.
You heard it here first, folks. I'm perfect. She said it. I got witnesses, eh, Mike?
Sure.
Yeah,
Can I-
but
can I
anyone
get a
who
hallelujah?
knows what I say, like, I don't know. I am not to be trusted. I am not in the right frame of mind.
We'll take
judge
you to
other
Old Buffet to
humans.
celebrate.
Yes. Need some of that sweet,
Old
sweet
Country
chocolate
Buffet.
milk.
I'm sorry.
Nectar.
Ye old buffet.
Ye
old.
buffet. Let me get
With
some
the
of that,
E at the end of
Yeah,
old.
yeah.
The olde.
some of that sweet fucking chocolate milk of the gods'
Which,
teat.
I didn't say it before,
of the teat.
but ironically, that's literally the only thing that destroys my system. Like,
Chocolate milk?
yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know why. It's not like any particular chocolate milk. It's just if there's milk and chocolate
So
together
you
in
can
a
have
glass.
regular milk.
Yeah.
You can't have chocolate milk.
So, like, if you
So your
made hot
stomach's fucking
chocolate,
racist as
Yeah.
shit.
It's
if you made hot chocolate with milk,
hmm
okay.
Which is just the
So you
stupidest
can have
thing.
a hot
because-
chocolate just with water.
yeah.
Wow.
I don't get it. Which
So
is
your
funny
stomach's
because
racist and
yeah,
picky.
Yeah, it's just a complete piece of shit, which makes sense, I guess. But
No, it makes pieces of shit.
yeah, true. But yeah, it's just bizarre because I know all my friends, like, every time I come home with Taco Bell, like, Taco Bell, the shit's on. I'm like, I literally have never had,
I've
Not once.
I've never had that
Not
problem
once.
with
Never once.
literally anything ever. Chocolate milk, fuck every time, and I don't get it.
What's funny about that is it comes out looking the same way it went in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, really, it's
Your system just rejects it completely.
so. Do what the fuck is this? No, stop.
No, just put it back. No, right through.
Just
Where
don't.
did that become a thing, by the way? Because that's like
What?
universally thought myth. Is it like, oh, you're gonna have
Taco Bell
Taco
goes-
Bell, see you on the toilet later, and I'm like, well, yeah, because
'Cause
that's
people-
my normal shit routine.
Because people look at refried beans and that's what they think. I guess.
think
Yeah,
it's
but the
'cause
refried
people-
beans don't even come in like
But think
2%
about it
of the
though.
items.
People eat it when they're drunk or hungover.
Right.
When
okay,
their
well, it's
stomach's
not the Taco
already
Bell that you're doing.
compromised.
Yeah.
Your stomach's already thoroughly compromised, and so you decide to eat grease, which
What's the problem?
Like, did fucking
like
TMI,
then I
whatever,
could say it
anytime I
about
get wicked
Denny's
shits,
too.
it's mostly because I'll be drinking the night before.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Denny's has never given me anything either.
No, that's what I mean though. Like I've heard it about Denny's too. And like yeah, because
We
you get
hear
drunk
about-
and eat a bunch of fucking grease.
You heard about like McDonald's and anywhere. I think Taco Bell is the big offender.
Yeah, that's the one
Yeah.
everyone would be like, ho ho. And I'm
Which
like,
on that
I-
note, fuck everybody who insults Arby's. What's wrong with you? That is freshly
Yeah.
sliced deli meat all day long.
I don't
this
like
is,
roast beef.
This is a good one.
You're a good exception.
That's
You're-
literally
no,
that's all I
You're not
got.
You're
really a
fair-
meat person.
I would say that's all
You
I
don't
got.
really
Their
eat meat
fries.
and-
But do you,
So,
you,
yeah.
you,
Yeah,
you
and
do
their
eat at
thing
Arby's.
is we
Like, you get
have
some of
the
their other
meat.
stuff.
Yeah, I'll
like
take their
chicken and
fries.
shit.
No, I'll take their fries.
That's all you eat from there is
Yeah.
the fries?
Well,
You
yeah.
do the mott sticks or potato cakes?
Do that? Is that a thing? I
Yeah,
don't
Yeah,
know.
sure.
potato
You have
cakes
to
are
actually
probably
use-
big.
you have to actually read the menu.
Yeah, but fries. The end.
Well, okay, yeah.
That's why I said he's got to try the potato cakes. There's one thing to know about Mike. If you give him
I was
potatoes,
just like, I heard that and I was like, whoa,
The
what?
potato cakes. You're sleeping on the potato
You're
cakes.
sleeping on the potato cakes.
Yeah, this is a good one to kind of wrap it up on because, like, I don't understand it. Arby's has some of the best, freshest food
Yeah.
in the fast food business.
It's
They're
never made
fucking
me
killing
sick.
the game, and their
And
marketing
also, where
team.
else do you get mott sticks through a drive-through?
McDonald's had them for a while, but McDonald's
but
were
no,
clearly
yeah.
just Cisco branded
Yeah,
fucking
they
shitty
were the
seasoned
worst.
Mott
Everyone that got those, they were the same fucking hashtag pictures all over Twitter. They were just empty mott sticks. You'd bite into it and you're like, well,
Like
I
there's
was
a layer of cheese on the bottom.
No,
whatever,
like
whatever.
none at all.
Oh.
Like the kind where
It's
like
just crust.
yeah, it's just crust. Like somehow they all had a tiny hole in them and they fried the cheese right out of them.
I must have gotten lucky because mine were all full, but the taste is, I guess you, everybody, I don't know, most people could probably relate to this. If you've ever gone to like a Piggly Wiggly or a Sendix or any grocery
Oh, they're
store,
non-brand name fucking.
the hot bar, where you can
Oh,
serve yourself like the
Yeah.
chicken wings and shit, how it's got that weird seasoning into the breading, that's what they were.
yeah.
That's exactly what they
Yeah.
were. Because I bit into it and I was like, I know this taste. Why do I know this? Oh, you motherfuckers just charged me $3 for this?
Yep.
I could have got 10 for, $2.50 at fucking Piggly Wiggly.
Yep.
Shop the pig. Savings galore. But motherfucker, man, Arby's, dude, people gotta quit shitting on it for real.
Yeah.
It's fresh roast beef. I work there. I can vouch for it. That's fucking fresh roast beef. That shit is made every day fresh. They don't keep their shit overnight. Anything you're eating that day was made that fucking day. And they don't leave it on the cutter for too long. At a certain point, they pull it off, and they got to find something else to do with it. They're good about rotating their chicken and their fish and all that shit. So fucking...
So Arby's is going to be our sponsor?
I'm hoping Arby's call me.
Hey, right?
Arby's fucking call me.
We're just gonna pull a
dude.
full Game Grumps with Wendy's right now. Like, fucking call me.
You know what? You got a Twitter?
No.
Get a Twitter.
Why?
Because
He's not gonna actively do Twitter.
We're gonna fucking assault Arby's with tweets. And anybody that's listening, if you made it this far, fucking tweet at Arby's and tell them to sponsor us. They don't even gotta give us anything. Like, just give us like a free fry.
Just make a post about us on Facebook.
Like, I'll wear an Arby's shirt to bowling. Like,
you
I
know
don't
what?
give a fuck.
There you go. Send us an Arby's shirt. Mike will wear it to his bowling league. You don't gotta give us any free food. Just fucking mention us.
Anton will wear the shirt when he does his other streams for his other thing.
I'll wear Arby's
we'll share
fucking
it.
on my streams all
We can
day.
share it. We'll share a shirt.
Like, I don't think we'd fit in the same shirt. That's the only problem. But
whatever.
He'll just wear
I'll
a
wear
really
a
big shirt.
I'll wear a blouse. It's fine. You saw my Flyers fucking thing. That thing's a goddamn blanket.
yeah, fucking tweet at Arby's. Let's make this happen. I want an Arby's sponsorship on the most basic of all levels. So, congrats, guys. We did it again.
Hooray.
Oh,
One more week.
yay.
We're still alive.
We're still alive, and I gotta throw some.
No, can't decide.
What?
I said fortunate, unfortunate, couldn't decide.
Nah. So
Still here though.
I gotta throw some messages out there. We've activated our support feature on the website that the podcasts get uploaded to and then get distributed, which is anchor.fm. Anchor like a boat anchor. So if you go there and you want to support the show, if you like what you hear and you want to fucking help us out, anything we get goes towards new equipment, better production, learning classes on audio editing, shit like that.
Arby's.
Arby's, yeah, definitely Arby's.
Yeah, buy some Arby's.
There's 3 levels. You can check it out if you go and look at it. It's anchor.fm/discountpodcast/support. And you can do that. And also, at some point, maybe this episode, maybe it already happened, maybe next episode, we're going to start throwing up some ads for some sponsorships, because...
Sorry, not sorry. We broke, yo.
Yeah, sorry, not trying to sell out and shit. It's not selling out. It's getting paid. I'm trying to make a little bit of fucking scratch off of this. You know what I mean? We all broke.
We're broke. We have no insurance. And we have health problems. So.
Yeah, we all need money. So, the support money goes towards the show itself. The sponsorship money is... for us
to an actual good cause, like you guys trying to look out for yourselves. Not like it's
Yeah.
like I'd like some money.
Yeah,
Because
no,
fuck
it's not money to like go fucking buy video games. We have enough of those, quite honestly.
Yeah, I've stopped fucking pretty much doing that altogether.
So,
I'm selling shit now
That,
at this point.
that would be money for like, I don't know, I've got my knee in a brace and he's got a fucking slip disc. Like, we just need money.
So yeah, if you want to support, again, it's anchor.fm/discountpodcast/support. You can do it that way. It's like a Patreon type system. If you can't do anything that way or don't want to tell us to fuck off, a good old share on Facebook would be fucking delightful. Bring some friends into the group, which is Discount Podcast Group on Facebook. You can find it. It's a nice little bright avatar. And I think that's it. I think we did it all.
Did the thing.
We've done all the things. I think I hit all the points. Oh, what's today? Today is the 1st of December. This Friday will be my next live stream. It's twitch.tv/IMarcade. These little hot, sexy, steamy pinball action. Balls everywhere. There's balls flying around, sliding over a sexy wax table.
And flippers.
Like waxing that ass.
Right.
I think you lost everyone.
Yeah, it's fine. We lost everyone. I lost them personally
We.
way earlier. So that's it. It's all the news I got for you guys. Thanks for listening. And we will see you next week. Say bye, guys. Be nice.
Hasta, the bye go, the bye bye, the lasta.
Okay, bye.